Romans chapter 8 verses 9 and 11 to 13. If by the Spirit you put to death the deeds of the body, you will live. Brothers and sisters, you are not in the flesh, on the contrary, you are in the Spirit, if only the Spirit of God dwells in you. Whoever does not have the Spirit of Christ does not belong to him. If the Spirit of the one who raised Jesus from the dead dwells in you, the one who raised Christ from the dead will give life to your mortal bodies also, through his Spirit that dwells in you. Consequently, brothers and sisters, we are not debtors to the flesh to live according to the flesh. For if you live according to the flesh, you will die, but if by the Spirit you put to death the deeds of the body, you will live. If the Spirit of God lives in Christians, how can they still sin? It is because God loves us so much that He has given us free will, otherwise we would be mindless robots. An earthly parent does the same thing. When your children mature, there is a time when the parent needs to release their children to their own decisions. It is a difficult time for both parent and child. The child needs to feel their way through life so they can mature as a self-assured adult. The parent needs to allow the child to make their own decisions and only offer advice if asked. We can choose to live according to the flesh, earthly ways, or according to the Spirit, in spiritual ways. Earlier St. Paul explains, "Walk not according to the flesh but according to the Spirit." In today's reading, St. Paul tells us to allow the Spirit to guide our lives, and in so doing, the Spirit will give us the courage to turn our backs and walk away. If you live by the flesh, temporal worldly standards, you will die an eternal death. If we submit ourselves to the Spirit, we relinquish our fleshy or earthly desires to those of God. Living in the Spirit, we become true children of God. We are not filled with the Spirit of God to do easy things. He fills us with His Spirit so we can do impossible things. Joyce Meyer.